Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is February the 17th, 2013, whatever you'd like to call it, right? This is episode number 95 of Timberwolves Explosion, creeping right up on episode number 100. That's right, Timberwolves Explosion, nearing the century mark, as I've been reminded time and time again by our good buddies over in the Courtside podcast. But and others as well. But anyhow, we are here. Timberwolves Explosion is available on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. We thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. I am your host, Joey Awajan, or Paladino Joey, and with me once again, Marcus the Forcaster is in the house. We are ready to talk trade rumors, all that good stuff. But yeah, first we'll just let you know we weren't here last week. We apologize for that. Just one of those things. Couldn't get the show together last week, but we're here ready to rock and roll again. Don't worry, we're not going to review every single game in detail. We're going to probably talk more trades and Timberwolves news and all that type of stuff, and league news and trade rumors, all that type of stuff, more than over-the-top game reviews. Just because, right? Just because. So, yes, with me here is the Forecaster. We're ready to rock and roll. So, to get stuck straight into the Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio looking good. Isn't he, though?
Yeah. It looks like he's back to like 80%.
At least, I think, yeah. I mean, he's getting to be about 10 assists a game.
Yeah.
In February, he's pretty much been, well, we can't call it lights out. I shouldn't go that far. I probably shouldn't say anything about the word lights out, but he's been awfully darn good, at least in the month of February. Shoot, it's been kind of an ongoing thing with Rubio. For a while there, it's like, he's just a shell of himself, like in January, early January. Later January, he started to get stronger and stronger. And now, as really at the end of January and into early Feb, Ricky Rubio checks already as like a starter overall for the season. He's averaging almost 8 assists and 10.5 points. But in February, 13.5 points and 9.3 assists in 8 games. I mean, it's not like it's just been a couple games. It's been 8 already. So once his minutes have gotten higher, obviously his health has returned in kind as well. He's actually been attempting a lot of free throws this year too, which is really cool. Yeah. That's good. He's getting to the free throw line. The other night he got like 13 free throw attempts. Are you excited?
Yeah, his defense is a lot better.
It's been awesome. He's been getting lots of steals, like his clutch moments in the game. So he's a clutch defender, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nobody on this team is a clutch shooter. That's one thing that you're probably going to hear consistently over the course of this episode. There isn't much clutch ability on this team, is there?
Shooters, period, except for Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there isn't really shooters either, is there? But yeah, no, it's like a lot of those close games, it's like, wait, who are we? Yeah, we're going to lose, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because it's like, who are we going to give the ball to for that big shot?
Yeah, definitely not a JJ.
Yeah, he'll either go for the flop or just throw up an air ball. Cunningham even threw up an air ball in a clutch moment earlier in the year as well, which was disappointing, and because that was his shot. It was his shot, and he was open.
Yeah, he was hot. Until then.
And he threw up an air ball. I forget who that was against. It was like the Knicks or something. I think that's who it was. Very close. Yeah, it was a very close game. I think that's who it was. It probably doesn't matter right now, I guess. Because it's like, yeah, because that was like several games ago already, like 6-7 games ago. But yeah, it's like there isn't really a clutch shooter in the line on the current lineup. Love is the closest thing because he hit some clutch shots last year. Yes. Joey's rambling already, aren't I? I've been known to do that, but Rubio, though, yeah, it's this is nice. It's nice to see Rubio being Rubio, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. He's got that leadership skills. He's a different guy than he was last year. His personality's more open. Like, not that he wasn't open last year. He was kind of shy and kind of the new kid in town. Now he seems like alive. He seems a lot more lively, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's starting to trust his knee now.
Yeah, that's the really good part.
Yeah.
These moves that he puts up lately. Moves, like a lot of the moves he's been making have been pretty good. Crossovers, fakes.
Yeah, hustling on D, going after the ball, diving, making a couple dives there.
Yeah, definitely. Attacking the basket, too, which is something you don't see from a guy who doesn't trust his knee.
Yep.
He's attacking the basket. We have a guy that can attack the basket now. It's good stuff. So we can kind of, it's kind of like a segue, merge, whatever you can say, into our next topic. The other guy. Yeah, the other guy on the team who's the young European player who's got a lot of talent in the guard area. Guard, small forward, Alexei Shved.
Yeah, speaking of driving to the basket.
Yes, time to start driving. Yeah, because we know it was the All-Star game, the Rising Star game, but boy, he was doing something we never see. Like, have you seen Alexei Shved dunk in an NBA game yet? I mean, if he has, maybe he was wide open.
He stuffed it. Yeah, it was a fast break. Yeah, those of you who didn't see the Rising Star game, Shved can dunk.
Yeah, Shved dunks? No, that was like an old Larry Bird commercial. Like, Bird dunks? Yeah, it's like... Yeah, I mean, and we understand again, okay, it's one of those games where everybody acts like they're like playing like they act like they're injured practically, but you know what I mean? Because they're trying to be careful, like what's the point of playing super hard in like an all-star game type of thing? It's more for fun than to go out and like rip your ACL, you know, or ankle or whatever, but still, and obviously it's about putting on a show for the fans and all that, but it looked pretty good. He looked. He was putting moves to the basket, which we don't see ever. He seems more timid in a real game, doesn't he? Shows that the ability is there, though. That's the good part.
Yeah, and also shows that we definitely need better point guards out there while he's playing, since he doesn't normally get time playing with Rubio.
Yeah, gosh, it'd be nice to have him with Rubio, wouldn't it? You get more going on there.
Yeah, well, if he gets his shooting better, if he shot a higher percentage from three. Yeah, I would have wanted him with Rubio, since Rubio, his shots are going in right now.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Seemed like, because that was the other thing you were talking about earlier in the year, was Shved is kind of like the other Rubio in terms of setting people up.
Yeah.
Because Rudenauer and especially Barea don't really pass much. No, not enough. They try to be like the top scoring option every time they're on the floor.
Yeah.
Which drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah, so if we have an actual point guard with Shved, I think we'll see a whole lot more of his drives to the rim.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hoping for the best there. Yep, and we're hoping that we've been working on the audio, trying to make it better and better. So hopefully you're noticing some improvements here, and it will continue to improve as we move on and on. Just letting you guys know out there. Adelman's rotations. The lack of playing time for your guy, and kind of a lot of people's guy.
Yeah.
Jim Pete's guy, too.
Well, anyone. I mean, right now, it's kind of like, if we're playing garbage.
No.
I shouldn't say garbage, but, hey, Steensma. We're playing Steensma. And right now, it's like, okay, we've seen enough of Steam. Give us something else, because it definitely isn't working. I mean, he can't be any worse. So, it's like, give this guy playing time. It's frustrating, because there's no excuse for him not to get playing time.
Yeah, really, though.
I mean, when Adelman wasn't here, he was actually getting playing time and playing well. Very well. And, Adelman comes back and...
It's like, sit down.
Yep, he's in the doghouse.
For no reason.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Some people go in the doghouse because, like, what's his name? I almost forgot his name already. Anthony Randolph last year?
Yeah.
Because he single-handedly, ruined a game against the Dallas Mavericks last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was, 7 times down the floor. He either missed the shot horribly or had a turnover, remember?
Yep.
So it's like, that's why Anthony Randolph got in the doghouse, because it was like, what is up with this guy? Jeez.
The reasons, just Adelman. I don't know what's going on with him, man.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of. I remember you said it. You said it this week. Which coach did you compare him to? You remember?
Oh yeah, Dan Tony.
Oh boy, Vince Germano was gonna be like, oh my God, how could you? How dare you? No.
He's just stuck in his rotations, and he won't. I mean, the games that Steensma was in, technical foul. This is the Clippers game.
Yes, yep.
And even recently, Steensma had the last game we played. Steensma showed no willingness to block a shot. He didn't even put his hands up.
Oh, yep. I remember that play. Yeah. Who was behind him? Yeah, I remember that play. It was. Oh, doggone it! I think it was a Laker game, wasn't it? No, I can't remember now exactly. It was very recent, though.
Yeah,
semi-recent.
Jello Ball.
Jello Ball, yep, was behind it. Yep.
He was in front, trying to contest it at least. Steensma was right behind.
Could have done something.
Yeah, something.
Hands weren't even... Okay, sorry, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, right. Hands weren't even up. even the attempt to swipe at the ball, or yell, clap, anything. And a couple plays after that, it was a weak defense from him. So it was like, come on, even Pete said something like, why isn't this guy getting playing time? Why isn't Chris Johnson getting playing time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what the hell? Even Jim Pete was saying it.
Yeah.
That was the key. Jim Pete was saying, I forget exactly how he worded it exactly, but because I'm just terrible, aren't I? He was pretty much like, I'm not understanding this, basically, to put it lightly. Jim Pete and Timberwolves Explosion think alike. They do.
Actually, I remember the game now because we were getting destroyed in the inside. It was the Jazz game. Al Jefferson and Millsap were just crushing us.
Yeah, that was bad.
Thing, with Adam and 2. Mm-hmm. In that game, we had Luke Ridnour guarding a small forward.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I know what you mean. And the Kobe Bryant situation, too, like you got mad about in the last show, episode 94. Remember, you were pretty ticked off about that, too.
Yeah.
You had Luke on Kobe, where Jello Ball, he's not the best defender in the world, but he's probably a better fit than Luke.
Yeah.
Because of the length.
Worse. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't be worse. Man, I've really actually liked Jello Ball's shooting ability of late. The last several games, actually.
Yep.
His shooting is really good right now, over 50%.
Yeah, and there's no reason. And then,
excellent.
In that game, Derek Williams was actually playing well, but he sat him in the fourth.
Yep.
And we lost the lead. Well, not the lead. Well, we could have came back.
It just kind of kept. It just didn't go anywhere. Basically, It was like kind of like the way our playoff hopes are headed. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Kind of headed in the north direction. I know we're not trying to be negative. It's just an unfortunate fact because too many injuries, and we're like 11 games under 500 right now. It's like, what do you do? I mean, we're not being negative. We're talking about facts, unfortunately. And it's nice to be positive, but sometimes it's just, we're trying. We're trying, and obviously if Kevin Love was healthy, this is a 50-win team, which I've said on Twitter several times, actually, with our buddies, the Tom Reeds and Vince Germanos of the world, yes, and the Hank McCoy.
I mean, I've still got my eye on a prize. It's just the different prize now. The new prize is number 1 draft pick.
Yep, I knew you were good. Man, I hate the All-Star break, by the way. But anyhow, I actually hate it. I think we both do. But yeah, the number 1 draft pick. We probably won't quite get that high, but then again, hey, Chicago did. When they were like a playoff team, and then they were kind of beat up that one year like we are right now, and then they got Derrick Rose. Could you imagine, Could you imagine if the Wolves finally got lucky? It's like, there's your shooting guard, right? Not Derrick Rose, but let's just imagine like some elite shooting guard is ready for the Wolves, and no, we're not. We're not quite ready for some draft talk just yet, but we'll get there. We've been kind of focusing more on this particular season and free agency and trade rumors and all that. But yeah, I mean, heck, just this recent Jazz game, just kind of throwing this out. It's like how Rubio, obviously he's back. He's just been elite, his double-doubles. And when you see how poorly he shot in the game, 3 of 13, he still managed to get 18 points because he got to the line so many bleeping times in the game, which I think is awesome.
Yeah,
that's a really good sign for a guy who had a knee problem and all that good stuff. A guy who a lot of people say, he's not really a threat offensively. Well, obviously he is. If he's getting to the free throw line, he's become a threat, and that kicks ass.
Also Derek Williams got to the line a lot.
Oh my God, did he get to in that Jazz game? 8 of 11, 24, and 16. Yeah, look at us talking about the most recent game. But no, we'll get back to that in a little bit, though. Just because, we're not quite on the game review part yet, but those will be brief anyway. We're more in the Wolfies news at this point. So, other stuff right now, there is a trade rumor possibility out there. It's been talked about a lot. I don't know if it's dead or what the deal is, because it's just, how trade rumors are. There's a bajillion trade rumors, and then they tend to shrivel up like a grape, and then, this other trade that no one ever talked about, boom, that just happened. It just happened. Yeah. It already happened a half hour ago. You know what I mean? Where all these other 99 trades almost happened but didn't. But go ahead.
No.
Oh, sorry, to get something to jump in. But, right now, as of like multiple sources, the possibility exists that the New York Knicks Well, obviously, the New York Knicks do have interest in your guy, Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
And Luke Ridnour, as we like to call him, for my guy, Ronnie Brewer of the New York Knicks. Yes, a defensive shooting guard. Could kind of help replace Courtney Lee for the time being, I guess. But, yeah.
Yeah, Boston's not going to let Lee go, I don't think.
Oh,
I don't see that happening right now.
Yeah, because you're thinking about Courtney Lee as well. God, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. That's who I want. I think we both want him.
Yeah, I wouldn't give away Luke. I would try to see if they would take JJ instead. I'll move JJ first before I move Luke. Because Luke recently has actually been playing well.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
I don't know if you heard this in the interview they had with him, but he said he pretty much knows that he's not going to be here by Thursday. Well, he pretty much has it in his mind that he's not going to be here.
Who said that, Luke? Or?
Luke, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, and I'm sure he is attractive to the Bostons in the, especially Boston with no Rondo. Rondo might get traded too. Well, maybe. Yeah. Okay, I'll get to that much later.
Yeah, but and also it's a little bad that okay, he knows that, but that kind of explains why he's been playing a whole lot better.
Yeah, you think he's ticked off or wants to get traded in a way?
Well, now he's actually shooting with some purpose now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's been nailing the baseline shots. He's the only guy on the roster with a floater, by the way, which is kind of funny. I've been extremely critical of Luke Ridnour most of the year, and I think a lot of people on Twitter have been ticked off at me. But you know what? That's life. You know, you're not going to like everything I say. I'm not going to like everything other people say. It's just, it's part of being a fan. We don't all like each other, I guess. Or we don't all agree on, we don't all like the same player. There we go. I shouldn't say each other. Well, whatever. Some people aren't going to like me, but you know what? It's just, as LeBron James would do, no emotion and just put his hand upside down, like, whatever, man. That's about it. That's about it. You know, like, when you stop worrying about it, you just, you don't, it doesn't affect you as much. Luke Ridnour, no. Luke Ridnour, I mean, he has trade value right now, no doubt, and I agree with the whole JJ versus Luke, yes, because JJ's too much of hero ball.
Yeah.
I think he drives everybody crazy. At times, he can be a nice leader, though, too. I mean, he's got aspects of his game that are strong and helpful. He's got that I want a championship ego on his belt big time. I mean, he really has it. Everybody can tell. And he has played significantly better than last year, I think, in a lot of ways. Well, maybe not, but
he passes a little more.
Yeah, that's what I like. I think he's been better this year than last year. Where last year he drove us all to near insanity. Yeah. Luke. Yeah, I mean, I'm highly critical of him at times with the way he just kind of late in games he just stinks. He could get 21 points and then it's like, okay, we need this big basket. He just got blocked. Good night. Like against the Knicks. It's like, whatever. Same crap, different year, different week, different whatever, different minute. Or Barea, obviously you kind of know he's going to fail late in the game. Luke, he might have had a 20. Yeah, you get the idea. I already went over that. But his trade value, it's high right now, which is nice. So I'm always on the sell high bandwagon. I think you are too. I could see you nodding in approval there.
Well, I think they both have the same value, just depending on which teams need a guy who can penetrate.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I was thinking about, hopefully Jason Kidd and Tyson Chandler will put in a good word for JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, so we can move him first.
Yeah, go get your Dallas Maverick reunion. Yes. I mean, that's exactly what it's about right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, you want to win a championship, New York? There's your aggressive backup point guard.
Yep.
That would be their third point guard, though. But then again, they had 3 point guards in Dallas, too.
And instead of Ronnie Brewer, I would rather go after Shumpert.
Yeah, that'd be nice, too. I mean, Shumpert's been all over the trade. Excuse me, go ahead.
We just need defense back there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Shumpert's been all over trade rumors all over the league. He's a popular... He's like last year's Jamal, remember? Jamal... he was like in 15 different rumors. It's like, okay, he's going to get traded. Obviously, and then he didn't. Isn't that perfect how trade rumors work out?
Yeah. Well, hopefully something happens here.
I hope so. I mean,
apparently Luke, is already knows that he's going. So,
see, I didn't get to that interview. So that actually happened.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. So he
accepted it that he probably won't be here.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't surprise me because of Rubio's emergence. Somebody's probably gone. Obviously, the Brea or Luke thing is one of them is probably gone. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, or both. Yeah, and that wouldn't kill me if you got a nice backup in return, backup guard of some kind. It has to be a guard. It has to be a guard, right?
Hopefully, we can pick up Maynard.
Yes, Eric Maynard. You like him? Yeah, I like him. Your cousin Max likes him. Eric Maynard, baby. Yeah, I mean, there's trade options all over the place. Courtney Lee's got to be one of our favorites.
Yeah,
especially for buy low, sell high, sell high. Ridnour wise. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, stock's a little higher now. We're there in Boston.
It's gone up. Yep, and it's
fortunately we should have jumped on it. You know,
yeah.
We should try to trade for him sooner than this.
Yeah, when he was doing horrible, right?
Yeah, horrible.
Like he was just a non-existent. And yeah, I mean, why not? That's when the Wolves got Anthony Peeler years ago. He was him and the Grizzlies had kind of went down the toilet, and Doug West wasn't doing squat here at the time. At the time, Doug West had pretty much fallen off the face of the earth, and we managed to get Peeler straight up for him. This was way back in the day, and about a year later, I hated Peeler ever since. But that first year, Peeler was an absolute stud for this team. It was about 15 years already. Jeez, I'm getting old. We're all getting old. Anyhow, yes. So let's slide over to the Facebook page here. Facebook page, yes. I'm going to keep trying to say group. So, yes, go on to get there. Go on your Facebook page, of course. To get to the search bar, type in Timberwolves Explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves, or just Timberwolves Explosion. And the one that says company, if there's one that says group, still go to the one that says company. Go there and click like, and there you go. Bada bing, bada boom, as we like to say in the biz. Just trying to get caught up from where we were recently. We already talked about Rondo's ACL. That's kind of old, but yeah, he was 4-0. The Celtics have been, I believe, like 8-1 since then, which is pretty insane. Gotta like that. Philip Brown commenting about that since they were 4-0 at the time when I posted that dealie. I don't think we even mentioned, because I'm all screwed up now that it's been 2 weeks since the last show. But yeah, Jelabal and Chris Johnson signed for the remainder of the season, much to Johnson's chagrin right now. Son of a gun, right? Oh, yes, and here's the other topic. Nobody actually really commented on it for some strange reason. I guess we did talk about, he's thinking about coaching, but yeah, Brandon Roy. What did he, as you like to call it, douchery. The douchery of Brandon Roy by not wanting to renegotiate not wanting to negotiate a buyout. He just said no. What the hell?
He wants every penny owed to him. I mean, you can't really blame him, but still, it's he's getting everything from Portland.
Yeah.
And you could just say, you know what, you did give me a chance to play professional basketball again.
Yeah.
Just some appreciation. You know, I only played a couple games for you guys. I'm taking up a roster spot. You gave me another chance, so I will just take $3 million.
Yeah. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on. I mean, it's like literally $5 million for playing 5 games. $5 million for 5 games. Oh, but he tried to come back. Well, yeah, we know. But I'd like to get $5 million for trying to come back, too. You know what I mean? Contribute absolutely nothing to the team on the floor.
Yep.
It's
nothing.
Yeah. Excuse me there. It is, if there was any choppiness there. But excuse me that there's... I mean, it's like not trying to be cold about it, but seriously, $5 million for 5 games. Thank you so much. Really, you know. But apparently another bit is that Pekovic wants to stay with the Wolves. I posted that also on the Facebook page. Jules Postorino likes that idea. But, yeah, not so much interaction on here, unfortunately. I couldn't reach Marcus last weekend. Trying to get him on the show. There's a few comments back and forth. Vince Germano. They're just, he just misses you. That's all. I said, bugger. And I was like, yeah, it's a bummer. I thought it was a snow day. Turns out it isn't really snowing at all, and of course, no. Sorry. He's gonna kill me. This guy's gonna kill me right now. He's gonna kick my ass. And I was just, yeah, the numbers in the show haven't been as good of late because just the team's not playing well, I guess. Or you hate us because we're annoyed with the play of the team. Something, the combination. So please do tell your friends about the show if you could. Help us out a little bit. Oh, man. One other bit, too, on the Facebook page, I keep saying the word bit, excuse me, is, I will never, if I was an NBA free agent, would you ever sign with the Golden State Warriors?
No.
No, I refuse to wear those uniforms. Sleeves, tight sleeves. I would get too hot. I mean, it's plain and simple, I would get too hot. I mean, are there air conditioners inside those uniforms, or no? No? Okay, I'm not signing with the Warriors. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, Pumba, but I'm not signing with that team if I'm a free agent because of those uniforms.
It's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah. I'm dying here. Excuse me. Yeah, I hope not. Jeez, that'd be bad, huh? Because, you're afraid of the possibility of advertisements?
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen, yeah. There's just more room for that.
It could happen. It really could. The possibility exists and persists. So looking for other posts on here. I believe there's some good questions on here, if I can dig them up. Yeah, Kevin Love apparently mentioned that he wants to stay here. Yes, he was talking to AP Krasinski, who's like the local guy for Yahoo Sports. John Krasinski was saying, "Oh, I love being here. Fans have to. They need to realize that I love being here, and fans are going to fan. So whatever that means. But what do you think? What do you think about Kevin Love saying that now? Like, really? You really think he's going to stay, Joey? Do you really think so?
No, I don't. I think the fans are just done with him.
All of them, or is that the vibe you get from?
Yeah, from most.
From some message boards. Yep.
I think it's just fans. I mean, he's just said way too much to the media, too many negative things. He himself said that he doesn't forget.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't expect fans to just forgive him.
Yeah, because he definitely doesn't forget, does he? Because if he forgot, you wouldn't be hearing what you've been hearing the last couple of years.
Yep.
So that's a very good point. So again, out there, we're not trying to hate, we're not trying to be uber negative. We're just making our assessment of what's going on. That's what we're supposed to do. On the Forcaster side, where he's like, these guys are done.
Yeah, I mean, after everything he said, I mean, how can you try to convince everybody, he loves being here, even though he said a bunch of stuff negative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's like I want to be here, but not if this guy is here, if not that guy is here, not if Khan,
Yeah, David Kahn.
Yeah, just want to be here if we make changes, but I don't think so. Even if you make changes, much like Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Fired the coach, he still left.
Yeah. Yep.
So
he wanted them to. He went to upper management in Orlando to fire their guy. Yes, to fire our favorite coach Stan Van Gundy, and Super Mario.
Right now, I think Love just has more ammunition that he needs to push himself out. He's making the situation bad, so it'll be easier for him to just leave. And I think he is a lot like Dwight, but more so as as him wanting to be on camera. I think Dwight wanted that Hollywood life, but can't handle it.
Yeah,
No. Well, he's always been looking for it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, with his Superman bit that he's been, he's way overdone over the last several years. Yeah, he likes Hollywood, and then he doesn't like it when he's there. I don't think he does.
Yeah, you could tell that Love wanted it when he first started doing his tweet reporting.
Yeah, Kevin McHale will not return as Timberwolves coach next year.
Yeah, I think he started the whole making it popular in the NBA with the going on Twitter.
He kind of was the one that started it, isn't he? In a lot of ways, he really is. Kevin Twit Love. Okay, the Twit. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, he. I don't know. I think he's a goner. I mean, he said way too much for us to.
Oh man.
Think that he's just going to stay here just because of that. That he loves being here. I mean, you can say that. I love being here, but I gotta go.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's not. I hope it's not at that point. But we've seen it happen time and time again, way too many times. I love talking like that, don't I? At the Trent Tucker line, but we've seen it happen too much around here.
Yeah, we don't want the LeBron James thing where we get nothing.
Yeah, they did not get anything. Cleveland still recovering, even though Kyrie Irving was a great draft pick. Oh my God, was that a good draft pick? Yeah. Better than they could have imagined. I mean, I thought Kyrie was going to be raw like a John Wall, but oh my goodness, John Wall is garbage compared to Kyrie Irving. Not an approval by Mr. Forcaster there in the distance here. But Kevin Love, the situation, my 2 cents are, I really hope it isn't that bad. I want to believe him when he says, I love being here. I really do. I think he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and they get the best of him a lot. A lot. You know what I mean? The way he wears his emotions too much. Where when he's mad, he says it very quickly. And when he's happy, he likes to say, yep, I love being here. It's kind of, I don't want to say bipolar, but kind of. Basically, he's just an emotional person that overdoes it at times. I'm sure he likes being here, but I'm sure at the same time he wouldn't mind leaving. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Yeah. It's kind of 50-50-ish, maybe 60-40-ish, unfortunately. Yeah, notice the word unfortunately when I say that. So it's just one of those things. Yes, it's just one of those things. Yes, sir. We are doing a little bit of, hoping for the best, though, with Kevin Love. That's what we're doing. We're hoping for the best with Kevin Love, yes. So some other posts out there as well, independent posts, not threads started from myself, are... There was a question by Hank McCoy. At first I was wondering if this was posted on the last show, was mentioned on the last show. It actually wasn't, after kind of doing some looking before the show here. Hank McCoy, the main guy of the Courtside Podcast, saying, a wonderful Courtside Podcast that you must listen to. He's joined by Vince Germano and BG, Buckets magazine editor BG, and the People's Champ Vince Germano. Hank saying, if Kevin Love isn't the answer in Minnesota and you have the chance to trade him now same topic, no, similar topic, rather than lose him for basically nothing like Bosch walking from Toronto. He said, who would you trade him for and what team says yes to the trade? Thoughts? Ooh, that's a deep one, isn't it? That's a big one. Well, I guess a lot of guys would say Lakers. Yeah, I say the Lakers for, if you want Dwight Howard, yeah, Lakers. There was some possibilities of Howard and Love brought up a while ago or a couple of weeks ago. And I'm sure in Love's case, it's the Lakers. Or maybe the Blaze. Nah, screw that. I don't think so, right?
Well, actually, I want him in the East.
Oh, of course.
That's my thing, yeah.
Oh, of course.
I'll have to send him to the East. And
for who? Kevin Garnett? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no. Garnett's at the end, by the way. Yeah, we'll mention that much later, too, if I can remember.
Well, and actually, it's a very good question, by the way. And
yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, it can pretty much apply to Pekovic right now.
Yeah?
Which is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Josh Smith?
Yeah, he's one of those names that's been out there like crazy. Like years ago, it was Jason Kidd and Allen Iverson. Okay, they're gonna get traded at some point, but when? It's like, not this year. Dwight Howard at one point, not this year, but very soon. It's Josh Smith. Excuse me, Josh Howard, Josh Smith, Dwight Howard. Yeah, it's exhausting.
It's pretty difficult right now. Like, do we, try to get Granger?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I mean...
No, I don't know. Well, I like him a little bit if you can get him cheap.
Granger and Hibbert.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean,
for Love and no, that'd
it's
be
like
kind of
can
bad.
we either trade Peck to make Love happy?
I think that'd be a bad trade. Granger and Hibbert. Granted, Hibbert's defensive side, his presence is good, but I don't know.
Right now, it will be we'll have to trade both.
What, Love and Peck?
Yeah.
Love and happiness for Dwight Howard and Pau Gasol. Okay,
I think Atlanta would take Peck just so they can move
He'd look great there.
Horford to his actual position, his true position, power forward.
Yeah, I think he'd be great in Atlanta. I think they'd love him.
Yeah.
Not that we're in a hurry to trade Peck necessarily, but or are you?
I think.
He's injury prone.
Well, it's not that. I mean, he's not that athletic. I mean,
Oh, no.
Peck and Love don't actually really complement each other. I mean, they're both good.
Yep.
They're both great players, but
Yeah, offensive.
yeah, they just don't complement each other. And right now, it's a question of who's going to throw how much money at Peck right now, and do we want to match that? And if we don't,
Yeah.
we get no one.
Because Pekovic is a restricted free agent, so just like Nicholas Batum, Batman, somebody's going to throw 50 plus at him. We know it.
Yeah,
I know it. You
just
know
because.
It. Just because somebody's going to do it, I got to think.
And also centers nowadays like Peck.
They go for a lot of money.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody's going to want him. Somebody's going to want him. Obviously somebody's going to want him. It always matters on if you're going to make a trade, you just hope you don't kill yourself.
Well, actually, even Atlanta. I mean, they're going to have a lot of money.
Josh Howard, or excuse me, I got to stop doing that. Josh Smith.
Yeah.
Josh Smith is going somewhere. I really hope it's not the Spurs or the Jazz. Yuck.
I would pull the trigger on that Atlanta trade. I mean, right now we're not going anywhere, right?
Smith for Pekovic?
Well, Smith,
or Love?
Well,
no, not Love.
No, Love, no. I don't think Love's even going to play this season right now, the way it's looking. I mean, you've heard a couple things,
Hope
right?
so. Yeah, it's kind of hot and cold, yep.
Yeah, but the whole thing about him not being... behind the bench during the games kind of bothers me. I haven't heard anything from Love.
What the heck? You never see him. We saw Rubio every game back there. Encouraging guys, wearing his scarf all the time.
Yeah, Bud even roaring his knees. This is Love, this is your hand.
Yeah. You can walk you can be there. You don't have to be in a hospital bed somewhere. Come on.
Yeah.
Where's Love? Where is Love? We never hardly see him. Once in a blue moon, I guess, but not really, right? Really at all, right? I mean, I don't see him. If you guys are seeing him, well, we're not seeing him. And we watch every game. We watch pretty much every single game. Maybe we miss like 1 millisecond when the camera happens to show him like 9 miles away from the Timberwolves bench, if that's where he's sitting. I guess I got to think he'd be behind the bench if he was at the games. We would have seen him by now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so somebody could fill me in if Love's been going to the games. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
so,
for that question, I would trade Peck.
Yep.
Then if there's a decent trade for Love, I would have to pull the trigger on that one.
Possibly a Dwight Howard, possibly, but then again, we'd have to be reassured that Dwight's going to sign here.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody on the planet knows where Dwight's signing. I don't think Dwight knows where he's signing either.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't think he'll be there. I think
he's got to go from LA. Yeah.
I mean, if we can get Josh Smith here, and again. That's where Dwight Howard is from, Atlanta.
Yes.
So I know he even might want to go and play with the Hawks, but Josh Smith won't be there.
Mm-hmm. The Hawks are known for getting centers frequently, like the Dikembes of the world. They get their guys sometimes, once in a while. Yes, they've been known to make moves.
And honestly, I think if we were healthy, and Dwight came here. With the trade, the Kevin Love trade, I think he would have stayed.
Yeah.
Or
that'd be awesome.
It would have been better
awesome.
if we're still very, very good and we would have traded it for Peck.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Dwight and Peck are here,
it doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, because neither one's a power forward. They're just not,
Yeah, I would have, made a trade for Pekovic.
Yeah, it has to be like a Pekovic and Shved or something. And I know a lot of people are like, how dare you trade Shved? But if it's for Dwight Howard, it's for Dwight Howard, to help get Dwight Howard, And if Dwight ends up playing well with Kevin Love, my goodness, that's a good backcourt.
Yeah.
That's a kick-ass backcourt, kick-ass front court. Excuse me. That would be a kick-ass. That'd be the best front court in basketball. It'd be better than the Lakers' front court with their Powell and Bynum bit that they had. Be awesome, man.
That'd be basically like, well, minus Kobe, the players that D'Antoni actually wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, yeah. Love and Dwight.
Love, spacing the floor, yep.
And Dwight just, being the inside presence, obviously defensively more than offensively, and then Love is offensively more than defensively. Well,
no
so
pressure
that's a great
here.
compliment. Yeah.
No pressure.
Not much.
Dwight can do his thing.
It's not the LA thing where it's literally the spotlight is on you and you must produce now. That's how it is in LA, period. Yep. So now we move to our Laker fan, Vince Germano, asking, I can see the Celtics trying to trade for a guy like Dante Cunningham due to Sullinger's injury. Hello, Courtney Lee. And it's like, oh, man, I want Lee, but not at the expense of Cunningham. That's the one thing that I was saying. That's the one thing. Not at the expense of Cunningham, though.
Yeah.
Man, because, he was playing really good at the time that this question was posted about a week ago.
And I think they'll take Luke or Berea.
Yeah, if we can do that, that'd be great. I would love it. I mean, I could see Celtics.
Berea and give him Steamer back.
Steamboat in Boston.
Steam's back. I mean, they know what they're getting in him.
Mm-hmm. Vince saying that he agrees that he can still see him trying, though. And it's possible. We haven't heard anything yet, but of course the possibility exists. I'm sure conversations do happen.
Yeah, I know they definitely want more now for Courtney.
Unfortunately. And that's our very knowledgeable buddy, Vince Germano, Courtside Podcast, that's for sure. Vince continuing here saying, though I may have been a bit harsh on Derek Williams, so I've really watched him in the past few games. Turns out I'm not, as in not harsh. Yes, too many times he gets the ball and does nothing. I want to see some aggression. It's time to shine while Love is out. Yeah, really. I honestly think he just doesn't have the ticker. Now, this was about a week ago before that 26-16 game, but yeah. Derek Williams is very inconsistent at minimum, isn't he?
Yeah.
He can drive you nuts. I like him personally, and I think we both do. But, he'll have those games where it's just,
actually, last couple games, I started to see him smile on the court.
That's good.
It just seems like he's been playing too scared. I think he gets some type of comfort playing with Rubio.
Mm-hmm. And and at the time, the scared part too is the Adelman effect.
Yeah,
the D'Antoni effect, where it's like, I made a mistake, and subhorn. Yep, there he goes.
Yep,
there he goes. We knew it, right?
Yep.
Remember how we always. And he's always got that look in his face.
Any
like,
mistake, it's like, he's getting subbed.
Yeah, all the time. So. Yeah, I agree. He at times is extremely disappointing. And I remember for a while there, right about when Adelman came back, it seemed like his confidence dropped off significantly, didn't it?
Yep.
But then he had that kick-ass game against the Jazz. And the Wolves, by the way, I could say this real quick, too. What's going on with this team getting like massive deficits, and then, they come roaring back in that fourth quarter and then still lose. We're happy for them, They come roaring back, Don't you love that? And then only to finish with a meh, couple possessions. There's we lost, whatever. So it's like a big fat tease. It makes it fun to watch, but losing sucks. We want to win, dang it, and we know the guys are hurt, and we know. Brent Jacobson posting a link on there from 1500 ESPN. That's right, the other sports station in town besides KFAN. Says Dana Wessel saying that the Wolves season has bottomed out, and that's not all that bad because, the draft pick. The potential of getting a draft pick, that's, we'll see. That'd be nice, huh? And they're hoping that David Kahn doesn't make some drastic move and then kill the team as well. So, worth an article, worth checking.
Yeah, well, the team's pretty much dead already.
For this year.
Yeah. The only move, you can see
not permanently.
What having a star can do to your team. Look at Toronto.
Yeah?
Rudy Gay has a huge contract, but it changed everything.
They're actually they actually have a shot at making the postseason now. Believe it or not, Toronto, like the team that most people thought was left for dead, right?
Yep. I mean, we have to. I mean, right now it's kind of like Josh Smith. I mean, is he worth the max? I don't think so.
No,
but is he worth having on his team? Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you want to have that piece. Like, Love is worth having on the Timberwolves, obviously. Yeah. You know, absolutely, because we would be in the playoffs if Love was healthy. I don't think there's any doubt.
Yep.
We don't like what he says sometimes, but there's no denying his excellent ability. Yeah. There's no denying 26 points a game is what it is.
Yeah, do you want to overpay for a guy who's not max? No, but talent-wise and changing the morale of the team.
The Rudy Gay type, yeah.
It's beginning to look like last season, towards the end of last season.
Too many injuries, yeah. We don't have the stars, yeah.
Yep.
Of course, Rubio is a star, but he's missing the other star.
Yeah, you feel like some guys are checking out.
Yep, and there's been talk about that, on the KFANs of the world, where they notice that as well. They're saying guys are checking out a bit, unfortunately. Some of the guys, because it's like some guys are thrust into roles they don't really belong in, like Luke and JJ. They're kind of like captains out there when they should not be captains. I'm sorry.
Yes, and then Edelman not giving guys minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a combination of things. Certain guys are playing too much, other guys are not playing at all, which we don't understand.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. In the Jazz game, the look on Chris Johnson's face.
He looked like he'd just been, death in the family, didn't it?
Yeah, I can't believe this. You're actually playing Steensma ahead of me?
Mm-hmm.
That looked like confusion, I shouldn't have signed here.
Yeah, he looked upset, and you don't expect that from a guy who just got signed for the rest of the season. That's the funny part. That's a guy that wants to play. You can tell.
Yeah, especially if you come and play on a team, and then the fans are loving you.
MVP.
Yeah, chanting MVP, and then you get no minutes. It's kind of like.
And the fact is, he is a factor. It's not just that cute little fan favorite thing, like, put him in, come on, put him in. He actually is like Lou Amundsen, people might have thought him as a fan favorite type. Of course, he's not a fan favorite on this show, but okay, I liked some of his defensive and his aggressiveness, but basketball...
that didn't even do anything.
No basketball skills at all. No. The other teams want him for some reason, though we haven't heard any news yet on that front. Yes.
Man. I mean... Imagine him being on that high.
Yeah.
He wants to help this team. Yep. I don't think it was even just playing for an opportunity to be signed.
Mm-hmm.
It was just his chance to be in the NBA and show what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now you're benched.
You're benched, yeah. Man.
Come on, you can't do that to a guy. Especially one who can help us.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're the best team that knows how to draft decent talent.
Yeah. Where are they?
Yeah, so we finally have a guy who shows that he can be a factor.
Mm-hmm. Diamond in the rough.
Yeah, and we don't play him. We don't use him.
Don't even play him at all. And the best part, you know what the best part is, don't you?
What?
Love isn't even healthy, and he's still not playing.
Yeah.
That's what I brought up earlier.
So now's the time to see what this guy can do.
And they still won't play him.
Yep.
And because he actually, we understand he's not David Robinson here, but he could play a little bit. He's worthy of 10, 15 minutes a game.
I mean, do we really want to not resign? Have Steensma here for another season?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I like him a little bit, but not that much. No, a little bit.
Kind of see what Chris Johnson could do, and then get rid of Steensma.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility. But Edelman looks...
I think Edelman came back.
Yeah, he likes Steensma. You can tell
a
little bit.
You're a power forward.
I hate that. Yeah,
you're a power forward. You're not getting minutes at center. That's it.
I hate that thought. Don't you hate it? And yes, Lou was cut. I don't know if we even mentioned this. Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting screwed up because that's what happens when we don't get to do the week.
Yeah, he was.
We don't get to do our show week by week. But Lou Amundsen was cut when we re-signed the two for the remainder of the season. The Jella Ball, who's playing pretty well. Yes, I'm actually a lot happier with him than I was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he should also get more minutes because
he's good. He's not great, but he's good. He's an NBA player, and I think he's one of those guys where, he started out kind of poorly in his career, not terribly, but wasn't, he didn't knock anyone's socks off. So the next he's over in Europe, and then there's new draft picks coming in, and blah blah blah. So he was kind of forgotten. It's not like he's this untapped talent or anything. It's just that he was kind of semi-forgotten probably by NBA teams. They figure, yeah, he's this, but let's look at this draft pick instead. That type of deal. That's what I think happened to him. He's an NBA player. So now, trying to move right along, right? Yeah, we've been going a little bit long, but that's okay. Yeah, I guess, now Vince Germano's saying, this is via Hank McCoy, and his target for that troublesome two-guard spot would be Gerald Henderson. Gotta say, I love that pick. Both feel Henderson is ready to explode. Well, he hit a game-winning 3 against us, didn't he? That son of a gun, the Charlotte Bobcats. He can play.
Well, the Bobcats are trying to get rid of Gordon right now.
Ugh, I don't want him. Oh, do you want Ben Gordon? Ben Gordon, not Eric, of course.
No, not that contract. No.
And I don't like him as a player either. He's like I'm sick and tired of like combo guards or small shooting guards. I don't like him that much.
Well, we can't really say anything about that now since we're 3-point guards.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Yeah,
but he's like the wrong kind of shooting guard, though. He's like Barea to me. He's just like a Barea, just like a rich man's Barea. You know.
That's what I'm saying. There's not much we can really do right now.
Yeah, I like Gerald Henderson. That'd be nice, but then again, they probably would say no if we tried to trade for him because they probably feel the same way. But who knows?
I think they'd rather let Gordon go first.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even though Michael Jordan loved Ben Gordon in Chicago, and that's when Ben Gordon was at his absolute best before he left the Bulls. He was actually really good with them, but ever since he left them. He's been pretty much a bust. Final post on the Facebook page mentioned by Vinny G. Vince Germano saying another guy I picked for the T-Wolves is a guy that's been very familiar on the Timberwolves Explosion show the last 2 years. Yeah. What's his name?
Marshawn Brooks.
That's right. That's the guy we've wanted and wanted and wanted and wanted. And he's been buried in Charlotte because the starting shooting guard in Brooklyn is Joe Johnson. Can we have Marshawn Brooks, please? Please. So yes, we kind of agree with that. There, Vince. we want, yeah. He's like Courtney Lee. Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't even take at least Roy.
Yeah, like an expiring contract type of thing.
Yeah,
or he'd be a throw-in maybe, depending on how the cap situation. They'd maybe try to throw back at us potentially. Man, yeah.
What I've seen from him, it looks like he has potential.
Marshawn? Oh.
Yeah.
He's good.
His defense and just some of his decision-making are pretty bad.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be just due to, he's finally getting minutes that was prepared for.
Yeah, because he wasn't getting any minutes with, when Joe Johnson's getting, full playing time. Yeah. But at least early on, especially, they really wanted to maximize Joe Johnson out there, didn't they?
No.
Especially with all that money, they have to, right? All the money going to Joe, they have no choice. They have to play him religiously, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, in the end, I think we're both fans of Marshawn Brooks still, though, right? Possibility. At least he's a real shooting guard. He's not some guy pretending to be one like Ben Gordon. Okay, I didn't say that. So yeah, just a couple Twitters, hardly any this time, which is okay. So we can, just for the sake of time here. I was ranting about Luke Ridnour. Yeah, I'll just leave that alone. People can check that out if they want. At Wolves Explosion and at Forcaster TE are our two Twitters. Yes. Me and Vince Germano were talking about something. Yep, I said, man, the Lakers are sucking it up tonight. Sorry, Vince. He said, totally agree, brother. Who was that against, though? Dang it. It was one of those Clipper game, I believe. Yes, that was bad. That was the Clipper game last week. Yeah, or so. There were a couple of Clipper games last week with the Lakers. Yeah, we were talking about a recent. Yep, the Grizzlies pounded the Timberwolves recently. We'll get to that very shortly. Vince Germano saying, "Yikes! Saw the score." Hashtag injuries. Yes. By the way, Vince Germano's Twitter is at Vinrock, VINROK 44. Peter Hansen saying it's very sad because we were talking about how he said the Timberwolves are 5 games worse than last year. That's pathetic. And I was like, yeah, it's sad, isn't it? We're 5 games worse than last year. That's an interesting number when you think about it, isn't it?
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's why I definitely had to bring that up to Peter. Had to respond to him. It's like, yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Peter responding with very sad.
So we're in the right direction. Get that first pick.
If there's a year to get lucky, this is the year to do it because we've been very unlucky.
Yeah, even though I've heard a lot of things that this is probably the worst draft coming up.
Again?
Yeah,
no,
worst draft class.
I remember when we got Luke. What was his name? When we got Derek Williams, it was kind of a weak draft outside of Kyrie Irving. We're noticing that. Cantor, who? No, Cantor just can't. Yeah. Anyhow, briefly though, here is me and Mr. Train at Mr. Train, of course, from that basketball show, having a brief conversation. He's trying to talk to Forcaster as well, he's got to get on Twitter more. He's hurting our feelings over here. He's making us feel lonely. He says, "Yeah, Wolves are crippled horse with one eye and half an ear." Yeah, because you can see the accent in the way this typed. No, but yeah, he said, Wolves are crippled. Are a crippled horse with one eye and a half ear this year with injuries. It's sad. Injuries suck. He's saying, and I completely agree with that. He says, you can't help but wonder what the T-Wolves record would be if they were healthy. How far is Kevin Love away? I think he's about. Kevin Love is about like a couple weeks or 3 weeks to a month away, and we're getting to that point. They'll be back very soon. I think the Wolves would be a 50-win team without a doubt. One final thing, he's saying it sucks that it's going to be about a month still potentially. He says, "I'm hurting, I'm hurting with you guys. He's killing my NBA fantasy team."
Yeah, mine too.
Yep, he's on your team as well. Oh, man, it's tough. So one final tweet saying, "Big game for D-Will versus the Jazz, 24-16. Rubio one board off a triple-double. Future of this club is bright." That being Jareba Shagara. It is at Banjo Kuzi. It's at BANJOKAZUI. That is his Twitter, all one word, of course, and Mr. Train. At Mr. Train is Brent's as well. So, thank you again, those of you out there that have been kind enough to tweet us on there. Continue to tweet us, indeed. We'll be right back. We're going to get more into the Wolves reviews and NBA talk right after this. So, Marcus, are you watching the All-Star game?
No, probably not. Too busy doing laundry. Are you going to watch it?
I don't think so. There's not really much fun to see right now, actually, without our guys in there.
Yeah, I would have watched it, Rubio or Shved winning it.
Shved, huh? But not Love?
No.
You're not feeling the love, are you?
No, I didn't vote him in anyway.
Wow, this guy is killing us. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion, episode number 95. Which is a reminder for all of you out there listening to your many different MP3 players out there. Oh, the iPhones, the iPods with the iTunes. You got the Android devices with Double Twist, and Stitcher hopefully will be up there very soon, which is another Android application to listen to podcasts, rock and roll. There you go. Even Windows phones, all you got to do is go into the store and type in Timberwolves Explosion. Heck, Windows phone's probably the fastest to get it, but they all work, and they're all wonderful to listen to this show with. Yes, so you don't have to sit in front of the computer. That's the biggest cop-out ever. Anyhow, back to Timberwolves. Yes, that's the whole gist of the show. Real quick, though, Howlin' T-Wolf, wonderful website out there. They post lots of blogs. They keep up with the Timberwolves on a game-to-game basis, positives and negatives. Thank you always for that as well. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful website, though. You got to go there. Absolutely. They keep up with everything. They were nice enough to post a link to our show as well. So thanks again, guys out there. Yes, sir. Here we go. By the way, it's Jonah, Derek, and Tom that are on that website. They post three different bloggers out there that post on that website. So thanks again. Oh, boy. So here we go with the Wolvies. Yes, sir. It was a interesting couple weeks here. Now, we did our little Marcus's forecast and Palladino's predictions. We only have 3 games on that list. The others are, weren't predicted. So that's just how it goes because the way the schedule went. We both picked a victory over the Portland Trailblazers and lost, unfortunately, 100-98. It was another tease game where we were getting pounded the whole time, and it was a huge comeback by the Wolves that fell short. Oh, goody. Didn't you love that? 100-98. I think that's actually when Mr. Cunningham put up his horrible shot. That probably was the one. Yes, it was, because it was a 2-point game. That had to be it. Yep. Right?
Yeah, that was it.
That was the one. The Spurs game was a classic Spurs game. 104-94. Wolves lose in that one at home. Neither of us picked a win in that one because we never beat the Spurs, like, ever. New York Knicks, hey, I picked a win in that one. I went against you. And you're like, what is this, a charity? Yeah, it was. You got to win. You went 2-1 this week. I went 1-2 that week, we'll call it. Wolves lose 100-94 in a pretty entertaining game. The Wolves just didn't get the job done on that particular night. Rubio played well, though, as he's been doing frequently of late, and we appreciate that from him. But right now, Palladino's predictions is 10-12 on the year. Marcus's forecast is now 8-13, gaining a game on the Palladino prediction, but both of us under 500 of late. This team is tough to predict, unfortunately. It's just how it goes. So, yeah, we'll get to the predictions later again. We'll get to that very, very soon. The next Wolves game will be Wednesday against the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, yeah, the last week, officially, the Timber Puppies went to Memphis and lost. I'm sure both of us would have picked the loss in that game, even without Monsieur Gay. Tayshaun Prince kicked their butt in that game. That was annoying. that was annoying, wasn't it? Come on. Yeah. Come on. Really? Tayshaun Prince? No. We lost. Prince got 18 points in that game. He pretty much didn't miss for, like, God knows long. We lost 105-88 in Memphis. We never beat the Grizzlies. Doesn't matter if Rudy Gay's there or not, because we just never beat them. Second and third quarter was the demolition of the Timberwolves, getting outscored by a lot in that stretch. They got outscored by 19 points in those two quarters combined. Total. Not 19 points in each. That would be pretty bad. Ridnour shot well, but just, whatever. Ridnour is one of those guys. He could do well or poorly. It doesn't seem to make a huge difference in the outcome of the game very often. Rubio with not many assists in the game and 3 turnovers. Just, meh. Nobody in this game really majorly stood out. Just the fact that Rubio was able to get 17 points actually in a lot of ways looked good for the Wolves' future because, when the Wolves aren't, when he's not necessarily like having a kick butt game on the assist factor, the fact that he can still score while not shooting poorly is good. Like not overshooting the ball, we'll say. Kind of fun. Alexei Shved returning healthy this past week or so. He's been doing okay, but overall, this just wasn't the most exciting game in the world, though. Hey, Chris Johnson got in the game. Yeah?
Yeah, no set.
4 points, 4 rebounds. Well, there you go. Alexei Shved, by the way, we'll mention this real quick. 9 assists on the night. Top assist guy. Chris Johnson, I'm being pointed out to, a +5. And that was because the fourth quarter is when the Wolves scored 32 points. So I got to think that's why he was playing in those rough minutes in there. But the starting lineup, that's the key to the game right there. The starting lineup versus the Memphis starting lineup was a disaster. About a -20. Well, probably on average, about a -16, we'll say. -16 versus Memphis is probably +16, +17. So they got pounded. And the Wolves starting lineup to me is not that ugly versus Memphis's. Not that ugly. I mean, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Marc Gasol is good. Zach is actually, he's not that good. Tayshaun Prince, though. Tayshaun Prince shot. Well, what was his shooting percentage?
8 of 8.
So, he shot 100%. Tayshaun Prince was given 100% in that game. Okay, sorry for the cliche.
I mean, we just definitely needed Kirilenko for that game.
Yeah, Kirilenko's been out. He has been out, and noticeably out. When Kirilenko's in there, at least you have some, something going on, especially being Ridnour's playing well. I got to think it helps the Wolves' chances to win in a lot of ways. Memphis game stunk. So we'll just kind of move on quickly here because we don't really want to, depress the listeners too much. That was just, ugh. Speaking of here's a fun game, much better. Head to Cleveland, back-to-back nights. Now, this was Monday, by the way. Monday was the Memphis game. Monday, February the 10th. That's my dad's birthday and my nephew's birthday. Several years apart, but yeah. And I mean a lot, but whatever. Move on from that. My dad turning 70 on that day. Yes. What's that? doing some pointing there. Point and click, right? Timberwolves win 100-92 on Feb 11. That's right, a 100-92 victory for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, over the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Timberwolves, a streak-busting loss, thank God. Very fun game for the Wolves. It was kind of comfortable and kind of not. The fourth quarter got a little scary at times, but the Wolves maintained the lead the whole way. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, dude. I was surprised seeing that Ellington got as many minutes as he did.
My God, 25 minutes. He was in there a lot.
Yeah.
He's not that good, is he?
No.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving is a great player, but that wasn't one of his best games, though. Kind of like Allen Iversoning it a little bit, 9 of 20. Westbrooking it, we'll say now that we're to modernize it a little bit. Sean Livingston getting some playing time. Made both of his shots, not many. Yeah, Cleveland, they're kind of on the rise, but they're not that great yet, are they?
No.
It's going to be a while. Though, amazingly, they have 16 wins this year, though. That actually is kind of a good number for them the last few years. It's actually not bad, considering the circumstances. Ridnour's shooting percentage has been sky high. Is there any doubt? 21 points in this game. And, again, it's like he shot well, but it's like, I don't know. He's definitely no X factor for in my mind. Pekovic with a double-double. Rubio with a double-double. Pekovic with 10 rebounds, Rubio with 10 assists.
Yeah, in that game, I was confused as to why Derek Williams didn't get that much playing time.
He barely saw much, and he still managed to get 13 points in only 16 minutes. Strong game. I guess it's the Cunningham factor, who, he wasn't that bad, but he wasn't great either in the game. He was okay. Both of them with the exact same field goal percentage, 4 of 9 from the floor, which is kind of funny. But I don't know. Williams didn't exactly shoot us out of the game. Cunningham didn't exactly shoot us into it either. But, whatever, It's just one of those things. It's an Adelman preference deal. Jelabel has been starting at small forward and doing well, for the most part. Yeah. Strong game. Only shot the ball 4 times, still managed to get 11 points. Made all 3 of his 3-pointers. Jelabel is playing good. There's just no doubt, is there?
No.
He's playing good.
I like him.
Me too. Rubio, very erratic with 7 turnovers, but he managed to get the ball back 5 out of his 5 times with 5 steals.
Yeah, and that's the thing. His hustle is way up from when he first came back.
Yeah, when he first came back, it's like, no. You barely noticed Rubio when he first came back. He looked like a backup player, didn't he? That's it. Oh, gosh. This is going to be a while till he's back to form, but Barea barely getting playing time. This is his first game back after missing a few as well. I believe a sore ankle there in that situation, but we didn't miss him too much, I guess. We don't hate him, but we don't love him. Yeah, Rubio, the hustle, the way he attacks the ball. I love it, and he helped us win the game by doing that. Made up for some of those turnovers as well. That weren't all his fault, in my opinion. Some of the players kind of misread the pass, which is going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, but that was a fun little night, though, for us. I enjoyed it a lot. It was just we finally got a road win. That was the World's broke a 8-game road losing streak at the time. Thank God for that. Were you happy?
Yeah, any win. I was a little nervous, but as soon as I saw everything going in, pretty much for Jello Ball.
Jello Ball, yes.
Yeah,
Jello Ball.
So I watched the game.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? And Ridnour was, and they made a line about Luke Ridnour, cold-blooded. He's not cold-blooded. Yeah, he had a 3-pointer, but it wasn't it was kind of crucial, but it wasn't like a win the game now type of play. But, okay, I'll give him credit. He was cold-blooded at times during the fourth quarter. But to me, he's still not the guy you give the ball when you need the basket this play. It just happened to go in that. I know, I'm really cruel to Ridnour, aren't I? Am I?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? Okay, I'll calm down.
It's deserved, though.
Yeah, I'm still scarred. I'm scarred for life with some of the bull crap about, was it a year and a half, 2 years ago? I'm scarred for life from that stuff. I just can't get over it. And if you've been watching this team the last, well, whenever. We've been watching the Wolves for 20 years, but I mean, other guys have been watching the Wolves for 2 or 3. You still probably have a good idea what I'm talking about. Wolves, oh my God, they only lost by 4 to Utah, but they had to make a furious comeback to get there. For the most part, they were kind of in the game, but they got down for a while there in that second quarter. First quarter, the Wolves actually played semi well, but it was boring as hell. 17-10, like really? But it was just one of those games where it just kind of snowballed. Second and third quarter been the Wolves' Achilles heel, like always. And then a nice, cute little comeback in the fourth after getting way down. Just another same old story type of situation. But Derek Williams, Ricky Rubio making a nice connection along down the stretch. Rubio with another 4-steal effort. 18 points. We talked about this earlier, so we'll keep it brief. 18-point, 10 assist effort, missing a triple-double by a single rebound. Ricky Rubio is a stud, if you haven't noticed. Luke Ridnour fouled out in the game. I got a kick out of that because he's always putting his hand out there, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's what he does best. How can you foul out when you're going against Randy Foye and Jamal Tinsley? Okay, I'll calm down.
I mean,
DeMar Carroll. Yep.
Yeah, he would have to foul. Carroll.
Would he? Was he that good? You're like,
That was his defensive assignment.
Yeah, I guess
guarding
so.
Small forwards.
I guess so. Luke?
For whatever reason.
Luke, I don't get it.
Yeah, Luke was on Carroll. That made no sense. I'm thinking,
no.
Why not put a Jello Ball on him?
Yeah, Jello Ball or Alexi. Al Jefferson with a strong return to target center as well, shooting 50%, getting a 20-11 effort. Nice to see Al, wishing him the best. 3 steals in the game as well. Yes. Paul Millsap, the future member of the Los Angeles Clippers. Again, we'll get to that later. I don't know why they want all these power forwards when they supposedly have the best power forward in basketball. Yeah, bull crap. He's not the best power forward in basketball. Alec Burks, according to some people, the next starting shooting guard of our Timberwolves. Yes. That guy's all over the place. He's actually pretty good, isn't he? He's pretty good. I mean, he doesn't, make me too excited, but you know what? He's better than a lot of other people.
Yeah, sure.
9.7 assists, very versatile. He rebounds, steals the ball. He's okay. Yeah. He's a better fit at starting shooting guard than Luke Ridnour, I guess. But though Ridnour's numbers, when you think about it, surprisingly not up when he's starting at shooting guard with Ricky Rubio playing up to his standards. When Ricky Rubio plays up to his standards, it seems to be Ridnour at shooting guard works out better than when Rubio is not up to his standards. Yes, and Rubio eclipsing the 40-minute mark as the Forcaster is gazing at that statistic with the big eyes and that. Yeah, 40 minutes. Yep, the guy is the main dude. Yep.
And Chris Johnson made an appearance in that game.
Yes. Wait, how? Okay, I'll let you say it. How much time did he play?
You go ahead. Huh? You go ahead. Oh, man.
I don't know how this is possible. Is this possible, or is this like a statistical anomaly?
That's right. That's correct.
That is forecasting foolery right there. 1 second. 1 second. Really? Could they not, spare a little more than that? Come on, Edelman. Let's go.
Yeah, Seasman was just getting abused in that game.
Minus
There's no
11.
reason at all why Chris Johnson couldn't get any playing time.
I don't get it. Yeah, the starters outplayed the backups in this one in a big way. Cunningham did not have his best game, did he? And no, he was in there during a lot of Utah's big runs, and that's why he's a minus 22 on the night. Just an amazing statistic. Shved, horrible game for Shved. Did absolutely nothing in 10.5 minutes. And we like Shved. We do, okay? We guys out there, I know. We sound like we're hard on him. We don't mean to be. We like him, but this was a bad game for him. He was a minus 16 and did not score and attempted 4 shots. That's all I have to say. And he turned the ball over, too. Yeah, okay. Yuck. Yuck. That was a rough game for him, but Tech Jello Ball didn't fare much better either, though, in this one. 24 minutes, 2 points, that's it. What? Really? He did absolutely nothing. So it was just one of those games where certain guys did really well and other guys didn't. Derek Williams really helped lead the comeback charge late in the game, though. Just huge numbers. 16 rebounds on the night. 16. 24 points overall. I thought he had 26, but whatever. Didn't shoot that well, but he got to the line. Rubio got to the line, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, but I think, Edelman sat Derek Williams for too long.
Yeah, at the wrong time, right?
Yeah.
It didn't help. And we like Edelman, but I don't know. I guess there isn't a coach on this planet who will be totally satisfied with his rotations, is there? Now, this was, by the way, Wednesday the 13th, and it was bad luck for the Timberwolves. There we go. So then we get the long, boring 6 days off for the All-Star weekend. We're happy for them, as you heard during the break. Now we play the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday the 20th, and then we go to Oaktown. So we're only going to review 2 games next week, episode number 96. If God willing, all goes well, we'll be recording next Saturday or Sunday. This is, of course, the Sunday the 17th of February, like we already mentioned. Philadelphia comes to town. Yes. Do the Wolves win or lose, Mr. Forcaster?
I think it's a loss.
Really?
Well, actually,
Okay.
you can't really say. There's no telling if who they'll have on their team.
The Sixers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the trade deadline will be... Trade deadline's coming up in the next couple of days. Yep.
So by then, hopefully, we'll have Dwight Howard, Josh Smith.
Oh, yeah.
On the team.
Gary Payton? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I used to...
Brooks, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Ronnie Brewer.
As the teams are now, I would say it's a loss.
As of right now, yeah. Sixers are okay. They're okay. They're not great, but yeah, they're okay. It's one of those deals. I'm gonna go with the win. They're not that good. Obviously, they're only 22 and 29 right now. I'll go with the win. It's not just to be go against. It's more just a gut feeling. I think the Wolves pull that one off because they're playing a little better. I got a good feeling going into that one. We'll just have to wait and see what happens at that one, I suppose. I like the way the Wolves are playing the last several games, except for that stupid Memphis game. They've actually been strong for the most part. The crappy stretches where they get way behind are annoying, but I don't see the Sixers doing that to the Wolves in Target Center, and if they do, that'd be kind of bad. So yes, OKC. We go to OKC on the 22nd, Friday. LOSS
On ESPN.
Why do they keep doing that to us? Jeez.
Hey, but then, again, hopefully we'll have a better team.
Yeah. I mean, look at all these. Yep, TNT on Thursday again against the LA Lakers on the 28th, the last day of February. Okay, that's cool that we're on TNT and ESPN. I love it. It's cool. It's just, I know that it's because it's supposed to be the Love Rubio thing.
Yeah.
With Edelman. It's like, of course you got to put these guys on. Now watch next year when we're way better and we're winning 55 games, we won't even be on anything.
Yeah.
Like, they only won 28 games last year. Hell with them,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll win more than 28, but I'm just making... They better put us on again.
Yeah, I really don't see that happening.
Yeah.
If we make some decent moves, or if Rubio, for the rest of the season, can keep this up.
Yeah. Just have to wait and see.
Yeah, but last season we were an exciting team to watch, especially with Rubio.
Yes. Yeah, people loved us. Clipper game and stuff. That was a very popular game, according to a lot of people out there. So, before we get to the awards and demerits, let's say 2 things you liked, 2 things we didn't like the past week or 2.
Derek Williams' development and Ricky Rubio getting back to full health.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It really certainly showed up in that Utah game. There's no doubt about that. Very happy with, for the most part. Yeah, I mean, I've liked the way Jello Ball's been playing overall, I could say. And, of course, Rubio's overall stud performance the past 2 weeks has been great to see. Hopefully it can produce more wins later in the year and obviously beyond that. So I guess for me it's Jello Ball, Rubio, and of course I guess Ridnour overall has been doing well as well. Also, 2 things you didn't like.
Adamans
Yep.
rotations. Yeah, Chris Brown not getting
Chris
any
Johnson.
minutes. Yeah, excuse me, Chris Brown. Wow. Chris Johnson, excuse me, not getting any minutes, and
Yep.
and
Steamsma. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, well that's about it. I mean,
Yeah,
and no real word Well, for me, coming from Kevin Love and the not,
Where is he?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything from him. He's supposed to be the team leader, but he's not showing up with the team.
But he's talking to the owner, and he loves it here. Okay, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the injury is just his hand. I mean, he should be able to show up to games.
That'd be nice. It's been frustrating. The two things I didn't like, well, really briefly. I'm going to go along with Edelman. Edelman rotations can get a bit frustrating, and I don't know. It's like they're kind of. He only plays a couple guys, which is kind of D'Antoni-like a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of guys out there hate D'Antoni. We don't mean they hate Edelman too much, but yeah. Alexi Shved not playing so well, I guess, but though he had some good games as well in there. It's kind of tough to say. It's more or less, yeah. I mean, we'd like to see more playing time out of Johnson. Inconsistency overall is two things that I didn't like. Yeah, for the most part, the rotations and the inconsistency out of the guys like Jellaball, who played well and poorly. Shved, who played well and poorly. That's about sums it up. Yep, Berea too. Okay, so quickly, awards and demerits. Lone Wolf Award, Ricky Rubio, without a doubt. Lone Wolf. Johnny Flynn Memorial. That's tougher, very tough, actually. I'll give you the Lone Wolf quick.
I want to say the same thing on Rubio, but I like Derek Williams.
Ooh, for the Lone Wolf, you're going to give it to D. Will?
Yeah, he's the only other one I can think of. Just because of his development, and hopefully, if Love isn't here, maybe he can step up his game.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, reach that ceiling of second round. Not second round.
Yeah.
And the Johnny Flynn's probably going to Adelman.
Back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
Well, you're mad at that Chris Johnson situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
Because when he played, the crowd was excited.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't get any minutes, and we're just wasting him. And he doesn't look happy. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. So when he does finally play, he's thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to be here for 2 seconds now?
Yep, and that's about it. Isn't it, though? Doesn't it about sum it up?
Does it get pulled? Yeah. I don't know about Adelman.
Look at you hating on Adelman.
Hey,
just kidding.
He needs to step it up. Do something else. Stop being so stubborn.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on, fix it.
Yeah, I don't like it when coaches only pick favorites a little too much. I mean, or it's not even they pick favorites. They put certain guys in a doghouse that never come out.
Yeah, and enough with this 3-point guard.
Yeah, of course,
it's not
Berea, Luke, and Rubio at once. I mean, it's kind of weird.
Luke guarding small forwards. Come on.
Yeah, that's funky. It doesn't look good. I guess I'm going to go with the Johnny Flynn. Where, you could say Edelman's rotations. Just for the sake of something else, I guess we'll say Steamsma. The plays like he's not putting his hands up and such. And I don't know. Sometimes I like him. Sometimes I hate him. Steamsma. So that's the kind of stuff where you hate him. It's like where was the defensive presence from a guy who's supposed to be a shot blocker?
That's true.
That's an air ball, to say the least. So if there's nothing else with the Wolves, really briefly, there's for some other league talk going on. Josh Smith is most likely going to get, he's not necessarily going to get traded, but he's all over the place. Paul Millsap possibly to the Clippers, possibly. Why are they so obsessed with
also Kevin
power
Garnett?
forwards? Yeah, Kevin Garnett possibly to the Clippers. Why are the Clippers, if Blake Griffin, this is the question for everybody, is the best power forward in basketball, why do they want Kevin Garnett and or Paul Millsap? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Well, you don't hear the Wolves calling about that, and if they were, it would be because Love's injured. So Blake Griffin's not the best power forward in basketball.
No.
Kevin Garnett and Millsap are not. Well, Garnett's kind of a center, I guess. Kind of now.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to play center. And do you want Garnett playing center for the rest of the season?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what does that say about DeAndre Jordan? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was a funny... I don't know if I should bring this up super fast. That TNT game was hilarious when we heard a voice loud and clear dropping, "You bleeping a-hole." It was just hilarious because you could tell whoever it was kind of saying it and jokingly. It's hilarious. It may have been DeAndre Jordan. It was some stoppage of play, but it was amazing how TNT was able to it just got through perfect, like loud and clear. I don't know. I think the announcers' voices are less clear than that. It was so clear.
Yeah.
So other stuff, Dwight for Rondo.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, the Lakers are denying it. I don't know. That's kind of far-fetched, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. It wouldn't surprise me completely because Rondo's kind of funky. You know, Rondo's going to be in trade rumors, I think, till he dies of old age.
Yeah, probably.
When he's 80, he'll be in trade rumors. And Dwight Howard will be in trade rumors till he's 180 because he is just the weirdest guy ever. I don't know.
And what do you think? KG not waiving his no trade clause.
Yeah, what's the point? You know, for me, it's like, what's the point of Garnett doing that?
Yeah, he's saying that he has green blood. He bleeds green, so
I guess getting traded will offend him again, just like last time.
Well, I think that, I mean, if you're saying that, it'll be better if you retired there, but not if you're like, they're saying, hey, we want to trade you.
Yeah.
And you're saying, no, I don't want to go. It's not like, I mean, you're not wanted. So, I don't know. I think that, I mean, if you're getting traded, it's for the team's benefit.
Yeah, they're not trying to, they want to see if they can get younger.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, they're not trading for Hollins or anything like that, or for Steensma.
Yeah, they want to get like a legit piece in return.
Yeah.
Of some kind. Dwight. Dwight. What am I talking about? DeAndre type of player, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Danny Ainge is like, hey, you might bleed green, but could you do it over there? You know, we need some youth right now.
Look at all this hatred. But, yeah, and it's one of those things where it's a team that's, they've been a team like what the Celtics did in the past. They didn't trade any of the big three in the past, the Larry Bird, Mikhail Parrish thing. And then what did it do? They sucked for like 20 years. They sucked for 20 freaking years because of that. And it's not necessarily you're going to make a trade, you're going to get better necessarily, but maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, I think the no trade clause is a little. I can't say it's a selfish, but unless you have some type of spouse with ailment that they can't move, or something, I just don't see the point of it.
I would call that the Derek Fisher rule, the whole LA thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of been going on forever with him. Yeah, it's. I hear you there. It's just Garnett being high maintenance like he's always been. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see if he took a pay cut.
Really? Kevin Garnett taking a pay cut? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Didn't happen. I thought it was going to happen.
That'd be like a blizzard in Hawaii. That's going to happen next. No, Kevin Garnett doesn't. I don't know if he knows what a pay cut is. Oh, I'm so mean.
Yeah, I mean, just that whole thing of saying, "Hey,
16
you
million?
can't trade me." No, I'm not going anywhere. No.
Yeah. I mean, he might get. He still might trade, but he still might accept a trade, but it would
but just
cost
to pull
extra
that
money.
card.
Yeah,
just to pull that card. He's probably better off saying, "Hey, why would they trade me?" Not, hey, they can't. They wanted to. They still can't
because I bleed green.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of malarkey, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bunch of malarkeys. Yep. So one. So one final topic here. Michael Jordan turned 50 today. Yes, Michael Jordan turned 50.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Michael. We'll be seeing you on the Bobcats court very soon because one day I'm going to be playing this game at 50. Now don't laugh. Okay, sorry. That's what he said in his Hall of Fame speech. Could it be possible? No.
Lower the prices of your shoes, Mike.
Yes. Yes, Michael, please. And what's funny? He still would be the best player in the Bobcats because apparently he defeated Michael Kidd-Gilchrist in a one-on-one game. He admitted it. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist admitted that he lost to Michael Jordan. Now, I mean, he obviously the guy skill-wise could still play, but the body I think would really suffer big time.
I think the game must have been make it take it.
Yeah, maybe. It's like right or left. Boom.
It had to be make it take it.
Well, those one-on-one post moves, that fadeaway that he has, he's still got that, like, beyond belief. Like, that's going to be in him when he's 90, I think. I mean, he's unbelievable. Okay, maybe not 90, but 70. He's got an unbelievable. Some of that stuff. It's never going to go away. And the guy's, he's still got some. He's still healthy. You could say. Bobcats need anything. Maybe that's about what they need about this point. Michael Jordan, they're going to come back at 50. He's turning into Gordie Howe in the NHL years ago. He'd keep making like one-game comebacks or whatever till he was like 100. I don't know. It's like whatever. It's kind of funny. He'd play in like every decade. Yeah, that's Gordie Howe for you. One shift. So Michael Jordan might try to be the Gordie Howe of basketball. Yes. You like that? You're like, huh? No. I'm just teasing. No, I'm teasing. So, yeah, trade deadline. Will the Wolves make a move? Stay tuned. Stay next to those radios and Real GM and all that good stuff because something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. You excited?
Yeah, because I think we're going to finally make a move of some kind. Anything right now at this point would be a good move, especially if you can get rid of either JJ or Luke.
Yeah, it's at least fun to watch to see what could happen. Ronnie Brewer, I think he'd be a nice fit for this team. Defensive shooting guard, maybe hit a couple shots here and there.
An actual shooting guard who can defend.
That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, it's not because of just making a move to make a move. I like Ronnie Brewer. I do. There's a reason why when his name was brought up in the offseason, I was like, oh, it wouldn't be bad. I'm not complaining. We're playing guys out of position at the shooting guard spot. Ronnie Brewer, if he was on the Timberwolves, would not be out of position.
Yeah.
That about sums it up, doesn't it? That about sums it up. Please get a shooting guard. Guys, please, come on. Courtney Lee, Ronnie Brewer, Martian Brooks.
Shumpert, even.
Shumpert, yes. Brendan, yeah, right. Brendan Rush, no, now he's hurt. But for, he had an ACL like a long time ago. Yeah, that was a while now. I would love to. If I heard the name Martian Brooks or Courtney Lee or Ronnie Brewer, I'd be pretty satisfied. Who?
Anthony Morrow.
That would be okay. He's a shooter who can, no doubt.
Something. We have expirings.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and use them.
Because I got to think moves like that would be okay.
Yeah, but I definitely think we have to make a big-time move right now.
Mm-hmm. The big one would be really cool. Like
Josh Smith, Dwight, even.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? It's like I said earlier on the show, as we're closing literally right now with this, is, there's all these rumors and all this stuff. You never know. Sometimes when it's quiet, and then it gets real quiet, sometimes you never know. Something out of the blue happens. Josh Smith to Minnesota. Derek Williams and Peck for Josh Smith and somebody else. Anthony Morrow and
that'll be nice.
Dwight Howard and Martian Brooks. No, I'm just kidding. Who knows? Anything could happen. Though, because I can't imagine the Wolves would be screwing up getting like a Brewer, Courtney Lee, or Martian Brooks type. I can't imagine. Sad part is we haven't heard one peep out of Courtney Lee.
Yeah, I definitely think that the West is just too strong for us to just settle for Ronnie Brewer.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie is a good piece, but we need another superstar. We're not going anywhere without another star.
Mm-hmm. Like Brewer would be that nice upgraded shooting guard, but I understand what you mean about the big move, and something's going to have to happen at some point because guys are out of position. Obviously, that's the small side, but in the big ways, guys need to be able to complement each other as well.
Yeah, right now I think we have to make a big time move for a star. And then get very lucky in the draft.
Pray to God we can. Yeah.
So we'll
that's the key.
So we'll have a big three or a big four if you want to include Rubio.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I include Rubio in it.
Yeah.
With the way he's playing, he's absolutely. Yeah, look at you. Yeah. He's absolutely in it. Yeah, just like Rondo would be for the Celtics. I think Rubio's he's on his way to becoming that kind of guy. Take that and leave it. Take that or leave it. Some of you guys out there. But I think most people had Rondo in the top two the last year with the court side and such. So thanks again for listening, everybody. We appreciate it so very much. Thank you again. You got the sportstuff.com out there as well. That's the website we'd like you to check out. There's other shows on there like like the crossover. You got the Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, of course, Australian guys. Rusty and PMAC. You got other Aussies out there, the Australian Mafia. Yes, Believe the Hype. You got Tom Reed, Benyon Kadim. You got the Colt Side Podcast with Hank McCoy, Vince Germano, and Buckets Magazine editor, BG. And, of course, Yeah, they got the basketball show. You got the Rip City Bad Boys podcast, which they're in Portland. One of them's from Detroit. One's obviously from Portland. Rip City and Bad Boys. See? Portland, Detroit. Yeah, they talk about both teams, just like the courtside talks about two teams. And yep, thanks again, guys, out there, always for listening. That basketball show as well. Very good show, but has been MIA of late, unfortunately. We miss you guys and hope to hear from you soon. All right, so in closing, again, go to the Twitter account and give it a follow at Wolves Explosion and at
Forcaster TE.
Yes, sir. They're all one word, no underscore, none of the above. There's the phone lines as well, 209-736-7877, 209-736-7877, which is a voicemail. And do treat it as such. Leave a message for the Timberwolves Explosion. We'll be more than happy to play it in its entirety, as long as it's clean and polite. And, well, not even polite. Well, hopefully polite. And on topic, yeah. I'd love to hear from you. We appreciate all of you out there for that. Thanks again for listening, and we will be back soon. Take care, everybody.